Hello. Yeah, this is Coach. So you're an ultra trail endurance athlete and you just don't seem to be getting better. You're plateauing. I see. Yeah. Well, here's the magic.
From a trail running perspective and an ultra running perspective, I think having a road race is a wonderful, wonderful idea because let's talk about what we miss when we're doing lots of trail running and lots of ultra training and racing is that trail running creates wonderful strength from hills. It's obvious that's great strength training in and of itself. But what we miss by running mountains is that creates slow leg turnover.
Yeah.
That makes us slower. So part of a great developmental early season base building can be a marathon or something short and fast where you're having to, and then this goes into how I would train someone anyways, but now you have a measurable from a road standpoint to help create that leg speed to get you faster. Getting faster is really where the magic happens as far as increasing your potential for the mountains.
Yeah.
And I just had a great podcast on my running show with Anna Gibson, who just raced the Golden Trail Series coming off of her collegiate career, and she just went pro. She's on Team Brooks. And we talked a lot about how important her track training is for her trail running and racing. How important do you feel your track background and having that leg speed helped you go into this summer at the Golden Trail Series?
The speed is honestly really important. Like people don't always realize, I think, looking at trail running that you do have to run like low 5 minute pace sometimes. Like I raced at Mammoth Trail Fest. It's a 26K race that takes you 2.5 hours. But the last 5 miles of that race, like I ran every mile under 6 minute pace. So you're like cooking down some mountain. And like if you don't train on the road running sub 6 minute pace, at any point, like you're going to get destroyed. Like your body just cannot handle like that level of just like that turnover that you need to do that. So yeah, I think it's super important.
So again, this needs to take place in base building. That's something that people don't understand is that we hear base building or foundation of building, we often think long, easy miles. And there's three components that occur during base building. We have endurance, which is your zone 2, long, easy stuff. Separate to that, we have strength development. And third, we have speed development. That these three pillars should take place during foundational base building. And then as you get closer to your race, we start meshing these into strength endurance as one, speed endurance as one. Whereas in base building, speed and endurance are two things. Okay. So you're creating a better foundation from a speed, strength, and endurance standpoint to work with to allow you to get better. Okay. And that's the key is that you always want to improve your potential rather than just go back to easy running and only focusing on endurance during foundational time. It's worthy to train for that early season for any ultra or trail runner out there to get that leg speed and to train those three pillars. Again, I think a lot of times we touched on this last episode about maybe the overemphasis on zone 2 training. Zone 2 training is very, very important. That lends and leads to people thinking that's all they should do. And that's one of the biggest mistakes I see athletes make in base building is they know how important zone 2 is. So that's all they do. And they miss out on improving their potential and improving their strength and speed during that time.
Interesting.
So, and again, let me say, when I talk about speed, we're talking again, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute type of efforts. These are very short and very fast. That's neuromuscular to train the legs to learn to turn over faster and to get faster. That's true speed training. It's not 3, 4, 5 minutes. That's speed endurance. That comes later. So it's very important to understand what speed training is. So in base building, again, we're talking 20, 30, 40, 50 seconds that are fun and create lubrication in our body and help us feel good.